tell you, I have had more productive days than the last few days. Now, there are several places I could assign blame for that, most notably myself, but I'll tell you what, that's not what I'm going to do. Where I'm going to assign blame is to you, WWE SuperCard. I'm going to assign blame to Take-Two and WWE and Daniel Bryan because for the love of God, you've taken the last 3 days of my life into this stupid free iPhone game called SuperCard. But it's so good, and I can't stop playing it. So WWE SuperCard is a card game. Not only that, it's a free card game. Not only that, it's a free wrestling card game. And I fully realize how terrible that sounds, but the bottom line is, it is not terrible. It is anything but terrible. And I'll be real honest with you, I've spent more time playing this game than any iPhone game since Plants vs. Zombies. I mean, it is really good, super addictive. So I'm gonna show you why, and hopefully I can articulate it, because I fully realize how dumb it looks, but it's not that dumb. So there are two main game modes here. You have Exhibition and King of the Ring. King of the Ring is this tournament where you use your deck, you play your deck of cards against other people's decks over the internet. And basically, it takes like several days to play King of the Ring. So we're not going to play King of the Ring. Besides, the meat of the game is Exhibition. So let's go into Exhibition. So the way it works is, as a card game, you have a huge deck of cards. The first time you play, the game will give you a starter deck. And then basically your objective is take your 5 best cards and put them basically in your starting lineup. Now this is the deck you're going to play. And it's split into 2 different groups. So you've got 4 WWE Superstars and Hall of Famers. And then your 5th card is a Diva for the women's matches. Now, a couple things about the cards. They're actually tiered, which means there are different categories of cards. And the further up you go, the better the category, the more powerful the card. So my Mr. McMahon, for example, is a super rare card. My Gold Dust is just a rare card, and my AJ is an uncommon card. So this is like the green cards, the uncommons, are the second tier. The teal ones, the Gold Dust, the rare cards, are the third tier above that. And then these dark blue cards, the super rare, are a tier above that. So these are the most powerful of the cards I currently have, but there are actually tiers above these, and the more you play, the more you level up, the better your cards get. You'll actually have access to the next tier of cards. But no matter what kind of card it is, there are 3 things that are common across all of them. The first thing is this little bar on the side. Basically, you can level up your cards, and you have to level up your cards to boost their attributes, which is the second thing. So they're power, toughness, speed, and charisma. These 4 numbers are across every card, and those numbers make up the crux of the gameplay. This is really a numbers game. And then the third thing is this little graphic right here that's on Mr. McMahon. There's a diamond, and on Mr. McMahon, it's the left half is blue. And we'll swap over to Del Rio. You can see the right half is blue. And on my Gold Dust card, the top half is yellow. On my Ryback, the bottom half is yellow. Now, those are the 4 different arrangements of that graphic. And the key is characters that form a complete diamond of the same color are going to have better chemistry together. So Mr. McMahon on the left, Alberto Del Rio on the right, if I tag them together, all of their attributes are going to get a boost from that. But you know, I think the best way to understand the cards is to just jump into a match. So here we are in the exhibition mode. You get 4 opponents to choose from. Let's see, who do we want to play against? How about Matt Bamber? And we'll just jump in, and you'll get a better picture of how to use the cards here. So when you start an exhibition match, you get this nice little graphic. It almost looks like a Raw intro with the pyro and the Titantron in the background. Now here's round 1. It's going to be a Divas match, and this match is going to be based on toughness and charisma. So since I only have 1 Diva, I have to pick AJ. You see my AJ card walks down the aisle. She gives a little intro walk. He's got Nikki Bella. Now, his Nikki Bella card is a higher tier than my AJ, so chances are, yeah. So he's going to win this match because he's got the higher attributes that this match was based on. So as you can see, it's sort of a random numbers game. And when you first start playing, so obviously Matt Bamber takes round 1. Match 2 is a solo match based on speed. So what I want to do is I want to look at my cards down here, and I want to pick a guy who's got obviously high speed. We'll go with Del Rio. But what I can also do is I've got these little power-ups over here. Right now I have a ladder that will add 15 to my speed. So we're going to use that. We're going to use the ladder and Alberto Del Rio, who's my fastest character. And so as you can see, like, when you first start playing this and you see that it's just a numbers game, it can seem really random and really mindless. And I guess it is kind of random and mindless, but there's a lot of strategy that goes into it too, and you really learn that strategy the more you play it. So round 3 is going to be for the entire match. This is the rubber match. Solo match in power and toughness. So we're going to go with my Ryback card. And there we go. So I took 2 of the 3 rounds, and that means I win the match. So now that I've won, I get to enjoy the spoils of victory. In this case, I get to pick 2 cards. And there we get a power boost, power up. And, oh, we got an uncommon Stone Cold. Not a bad card. I mentioned earlier that you really want to level up your cards. That's really important. And the way you do that is, you tap this little train button. Oh, we're going to feed a lot of cards to Mr. McMahon here. Watch this. He's going to level up, isn't he? Booyah! I've got +2 to power, toughness, speed, and +3 to charisma. So as you can see, leveling up, especially the higher tiers of the levels, really adds a lot to your stats. Really important. Now, if you play a lot of card games, you're probably thinking, this is pretty similar to a lot of card games. What's so cool about it? Well, first off, it's wrestling. So if you're a wrestling fan, you know, this is a lot more appealing than some anime card game or something like that, some Japanese something. This is wrestlers, so this is something that if you're a wrestling fan, you're obviously going to be into. But also, the way that they've really streamlined it, 2K has done an amazing job. This is a really streamlined, really simple, and really elegant free game. And here's the best thing. It has in-app purchases, but it never pushes them down your throat. So, problems with SuperCard. To the extent that there are any, one thing a lot of people have been clamoring for is a trading system. Some way to trade cards, even if you have a friends list or some way that you could trade cards with friends or even strangers would be really cool. 2, King of the Ring seems like it could use some tweaking. Like I said, it's a long wait. It's sort of especially for a game that's so fast and smooth, as you can see when I'm just tapping through the animations. It's a game that really goes by quickly. So to have a drawn-out feature like King of the Ring seems a little at odds with the design of the game, I guess. I don't know. It seems like there's some room for improvement in the King of the Ring mode. That's really all that I have to complain about with SuperCard. This game it's really fun. And look, I was with you guys. I was really skeptical of it. It's a free mobile game with in-app purchases, and it's a card game. It's probably terrible, right? You know what? Maybe it is terrible, but it's still terribly fun. It's WWE SuperCard. It's a free download in the App Store or in the Android Marketplace. It's free. It's got wrestlers. It's got cards. And it's super. That's what I should do later. I should tear off my shirt and actually take a shower. But I won't be able to do that because I'll be playing WWE SuperCard.